Okay, guys. So this video came by request. Somebody wanted to know how do they set up their Streamlabs OBS in order to stream on Twitch. So I'm going to just kind of walk you through what I do. Now, I have a disclaimer. I am by no means a professional, and I am by no means an expert at Streamlabs. This is just what I found that works for me. By all means, I encourage you to explore and make sure it works for you as well. But this is what I do. Um, so when you first open it up, everything you already have, all scenes you already have, are going to be over here. For our purposes today, we're going to be creating a new one, and I'm going to do something super generic. I'm not going to go crazy or anything. But the first thing we're going to do is under scenes, we're going to hit the plus. Now this is a demonstration, so let's call it demo. Okay, so this is demo, so now we know going forward, this is the one we use for our demo. Now I have one set up for Fortnite, Roblox, Warzone. I have one set up for Rocket League, Among Us, right? So you can set them up for whatever games you're playing at the time, or if you're just going to stream you talking, or if you do the DJ or fitness, whatever you do, you can set it up depending on what you're going to be doing. But for our purposes today, it's demo. Okay, so then under scenes, we're on demo. Demo is highlighted. We're going to go over to sources. Now this is empty. We're going to hit the plus. So now you've got a decision to make. You can add an image in the background, right? So maybe you want to have, maybe you're playing Warzone, for instance. Here, let me show you mine. Let me show you what my Warzone one looks like. So here we go. I play Warzone quite a bit, right? So you can see I've got a background. Let's hide this quick. And this is my background. Now you can't see most of it, but even with this up, it gives you that camouflage look, right? Which is what you would expect with Warzone. I have my game capture, which I don't have the game up, so that's why it says that. Here's my camera. If you have a camera, I would highly recommend using it. If you don't, that's up to you. I know personally I'm more likely to hang out in your stream if you have a camera. Obviously, personality, the game you're playing, that all plays a huge role as well. But I'm more likely um, to hang out if you have a camera, only because I can see your reactions. If you go off, I get to see that, and I like that. I also have my events up here, so I only have 5. You can change that. Um, I have 5. You can change that to more or less, whatever you did. And then up here I have my follower goal, my subscriber goal, and then my tip goal. We're saving up for a better webcam. I'm using the webcam on my laptop now. I also have a regular Canon that I hook up, but it doesn't work great because it doesn't charge while it's plugged in to the computer. So I'm saving up for a better webcam. So that's what I've got there. It's nice to put in a goal. So right near subscribers, 4 of 10. Now I can change that. Once I hit 10, I can say, all right, I am at 10 of 20 or whatever that looks like. But goals are good because people like to see, they like to see things. They like to see that bar fill. But this is what mine looks like. So we're going to go back to demo. And now you may decide, you know what, I don't want a picture in the background. I would go to image if I did. If I wanted to grab an image, I would go there. And these are some of the things I already have set. You can create a new source instead by toggling there. Hit image 1, you can type in whatever it would be. And then you just import it once it's up. But maybe you don't want to do that. You know what? I don't want that. I want just the game in all its glory up big. So I'm going to go to game capture. Now the games I play are downloaded on the laptop. If you maybe were looking to do, like, maybe you play on your PlayStation or your Xbox, right? And you're just importing it through Streamlabs, then you would go maybe display capture, right? That would be, so now you've pulled up the Xbox app, and that's not a game per se, that's a display capture. So then you would click display capture, and then you can pick that window while it's running in the background. Whatever works best for you. Like I said, when I stream, it's from the computer, so I'm going to do game source. If yours is different, then you would do that different. So we're going to add that source. Okay, so now we can left click on that, or right click, excuse me, on that. Nope, I lied. We can double click on it, and we can select what we want. We can capture any full screen application, which again would work for Xbox. I just think the other one would probably work better, but that's trial and error for you guys. Capture a specific window, which would probably be the better idea here. So you would say, okay, I want the Xbox app to, or the PlayStation app, or whatever it is, to be the one that's captured. I don't want it to be my social media that I'm also sharing to, right? So you just pick whatever works for you. I do auto because, again, it automatically populates once my game's up, and then I hit done. Cool. So now I don't know if you've ever used a video editor or an audio editor or like a photography editor like Photoshop or Pixlr or anything like that. But these are layers. Now we only have one layer, so that's front and center. We can resize it. We're going to leave it big. The next thing I would add in would be my camera, which is going to be a video capture device. Okay, so that's either a built-in webcam, something like that, right? Capture cards, if you're doing that instead of using the app. Boom. So we're going to add that in here. Now we can adjust this. We can make the size different. We can make it really small. We can make it the whole screen, whatever we choose to do. Okay, so I like to keep it small, of course. Like I do want people to be able to see me, but I don't want it to be covering half of my game. If I put it way up here, look at all the game you're missing. So you want it enough that people can see you. They can see your reaction. Um, but at the same time, you want your game to be, that's what's front and center. Now, again, I was just talking about layers. I'm going to lock this layer just so it don't move. That's the game capture. Now, if I drag this down, I disappear. I'm still here, but I disappear. Let's pull that up. There we go. Now we can see me. Okay. The next step then, of course, would be anything else you want to add. I always recommend adding an audio input capture. Um, I would click that. I would add that in so that it can hear your audio, right? I'm not going to do that because this is my third time trying to record this and it's giving me flack, so I keep losing my audio. So let's ignore that one. Alert box. Alert box is, and I'm sure if you've ever watched anybody else stream, you know exactly what this is. And this is golden. So people like to be acknowledged. They like to know that their efforts were for something, right? So here, if you follow me, if you host me, if you subscribe, if you donate, it's going to pop right up on the screen. Now, I can change all those settings by going here to dashboard. Under dashboard, you can select different noises, you can select different animations, you can select different levels and stuff like that. You can really customize it. Highly recommend that because the default is fine. It's totally fine. But what sets you apart? You know, if you're streaming, um, I don't know, if you're streaming Warzone, you don't necessarily want unicorns on your screen. Maybe you do, but you get my point. Like you want to kind of stick with your theme, and those can be independent based on your different scenes. They don't all have to be the same. You can change that by changing your sources. Another thing, and you want that above everything. You want that to pop up. Remember, so these are layers. This is the top layer. So this is what's closest to you as a viewer. And as you go down, those are the things that are further away. Now, the alert box won't stay up there. It's like 10 seconds, but boom, right on top of the gameplay. Like, you're important. I care. And I'm so thankful that, forget my gameplay for 10 seconds. It's about you. And people like that. People want that. Another thing is I have that event list I showed you. There's my event list. Now, it defaults like this. You can change all that in the dashboard. Again, everything that we're doing can be changed in the dashboard. Again, I have it set to 5. If you're real big and real popular, you might have that change in every few seconds. You might want a longer list so those people get their name on there a little bit more. Or maybe you'd want to stay shorter if it's for somebody gifting. Maybe they want their name to stay up there, and so they're going to regift and stuff like that, donate, what have you. That's completely up to you. That's all personal preference. I like this. You'll notice if you ever watch any of my streams or anything like that, green everywhere. So that's what we do. I've got mine set up for green. Follower goal, boom, click it. Bit goal and donation or yeah, there you go, subscription goal. That's what I put in mine. Again, you can change all of those goals and everything in the dashboard, and that is this little gauge over here. So, I mean, this is a super basic tutorial. This is not at all meant to say this is what you have to do, because again, mine are a work in progress. But there was one more thing I wanted to show you, and that is studio mode. So this is what I do when I'm getting ready to go live. I start out, let's transition. I start out with starting soon, okay? So what I'm doing when I've got starting soon is I am sharing, I'm getting my drink of water, I'm using the restroom, I'm doing anything that I may want to do that I won't be able to do in the next 2, 3, 4, however long I'm streaming, right? Pretty simple. So this is when you're doing it. I would be sharing it. Maybe you're chasing the kids around, putting them in bed real quick. Now, with this said, I do this every time I go live. There is no way I would do it for more than 10 minutes. Now, if you're real big, and you're waiting for the masses to pile in, so be it. But if you're smaller, if you're a small streamer, and you're just trying to give people a chance to find you and you're trying to get your last minute stuff done, I wouldn't go the more than 5 or 10 minutes, because if you only have 1 to 2 people in that chat waiting for you, it's going to get real boring staring at the screen for 15, 20, 30 minutes, right? You got to think about it. Would you? I mean, if maybe if it's your best buddy, you would wait for him. But these are people you're trying to grow with. You're trying to build this community. This is from the standpoint of somebody who's smaller. I'm also very small as a streamer. Uh, 5, 10 minutes is the absolute max. And be prepared to know that you may gain a viewer and lose a viewer in that 5 to 10 minutes. Because, like I said, if you don't have 30 people in that chat who come watch you every day and they're friends now, they're a family, you've created that community, they're not going to wait too long. If, however, maybe you're a bigger streamer, or maybe you just do this even as a smaller streamer, maybe you spend the first 5, 10 minutes of your live talking to your loyals, right? So for mine, I do not have a camera and I do not have my mic set up. You can see I have my events list up here in the corner. I have the alert box, and then I have my media source, which is just a little thing I made in my video editor. It's 5, I think, or 6 seconds long, and I just have it set to loop. Um, maybe you would want your camera in here and your audio, and you could say, hey, this is the 15 minutes before we start playing where we just, shoot the shit. This is where we talk and have a good time, and you guys can Q&A me and I can Q&A you, and this is just, maybe that's one of the perks. That's how you give back to your people, is you're like, hey man, like, I appreciate you guys coming. Let's hang out. Let's be friends. People can maybe you can do something where they vote on something you may try to do during the stream. I don't know. Whatever you set up. Maybe you would want that camera and mic. But for me personally, this is my me time. This is right before we get going, and so I try to get everything wrapped up that I need to get wrapped up. But that's what that looks like, guys. Now, like I said, the only thing I didn't add to this demo one that you probably should would be the audio, and I just did that because we're recording. But that's how that works, guys. So I really hope you guys found this helpful. And of course, if you have more questions or anything more detailed, by all means, let me know, and I will do my absolute best. Just comment below. But if you found this video helpful, please give it a like. If you're new to the channel, please give it a subscribe. And until next time, take care. Bye.